Welcome to Air Propulsion's the MEGAx live stream. Let me know if you guys can hear me good. This is a new setup. You can see back looks a little nicer. I got a lot to show you guys. I have it all on my computer right here. I just want to give a few minutes to allow some people to get in here. But welcome to the MEGAx technical update stream. I'm going to have a lot to be talking about. A lot about MEGAx's propellant casting and some of the issues. If you haven't watched that video yet, go watch that video. Maybe you can wait till after the stream or watch the video and come back. We're going to be here for a little bit. So get ready. I'm assuming the viewership's probably going to be a little lower this one because I just saw NASA's space flight just did a live, they're doing a live stream right now. So a lot of people are over there. But I'm just going to give it a few minutes to get everyone in here. I'll answer some questions. It's a bit quiet. Let me... All right, how is this now? Is this louder? Just let me know. I'm going to give it maybe like a few minutes to allow everyone to get in. Hope you guys like that intro. That took a little bit of work. I thought that was pretty cool. Let me know. Does it sound better now? Let me turn it up even more. Let me know how it sounds now. I could much better. This good right here? Okay. Hopefully it's better. I could talk louder. I don't want to turn the mic up too much because then it will clip and then it'll sound really bad. But as you can see, the SN Museum, as I said on my community tab. If you're not active in the community tab, I do post a lot of just little, I say they're like kind of like tweets. But I post a lot on there. I actually have a Twitter if you guys want to, or not a Twitter, sorry, an X. If you guys want to check that out, it's Aero Propulsions. I want to post more on that, but I'm not too sure on how to get a lot of people to actually look at my tweets or whatever you want to call them. But we'll give it a few more minutes. You can see this is all new. I just redid my desk As you can see, if I move out of the way, there's no there's no keyboard yet. I don't have my PC. My PC's right there. Well, one of my PCs is right there, and I have my other PC over there. Oh, you probably can't hear me too. I forgot. I can't move away from this mic. Okay. Um, we'll give it a few more minutes. Please comment in the chat if you really want me to start right now. And if you're going to leave if I don't start, then let me know because I will start. But I got a bunch. I wish I could show you, but I have my MacBook right here, and then I have an extended display on my iPad right here, which is running the stream where I can see the chat. So if I'm looking over here, I'm looking at the chat. If I'm looking here, I got a note, just Apple Notes, of everything I want to go through. I have intros, one of the topics, which is already pretty much done. 1, 2. I got 8 topics. Propellant casting, propellant cracks. Spoiler if you haven't watched the video yet. Why the cracks are bad, what I'm going to do, what's next, and then what's after next. Like, what's after that. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm hoping to try to extend my audience. My new video is not doing the best. Let me check it right now. It's not doing as great as I thought. I think I haven't posted that much, so the algorithm doesn't like me because I can't post so much. If for people who don't know, I'm in college for aerospace engineering. That's pretty tough, I'll be honest. So during the semester, I really don't have too much time to be working on this type of stuff. In the summer, I would post maybe twice a month, or now it's about every month I get something done. So the last month was all the design. Well, last few months was the design video that I've been working on. Then the last month and a half was this propellant casting video. And then we'll go in later in the stream on what the next videos are. Some of you may know because I do post in the community tab. But yeah, the new video's not doing terrible. It's 300 views. I like on the YouTube analytics, it can show you. So it's my third best performing video, which is good. Well, my third best performing video in the last 6 months. So, I mean, not bad. We'll see how it goes. Um, so let's get back to this chat. Yeah, I'm really trying to upgrade the streaming and all just the quality of the video. I hope you guys like this. This is actually filmed on one of my friend's cameras, a Sony FX30, which is a very nice camera. You can see the background blur. So I'm really trying to upgrade the quality of my videos, and I'm learning how to edit better. And I hope you guys see that my videos are getting better as they are posted. Because sometimes, honestly, I go back into some of my first videos and I watch them and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're pretty bad. So I guess we could get started. So I'm going to be looking down quite a bit because I have notes, and I could just freehand this whole thing, but I really want to make sure I get every topic that I want to say, because when I don't have notes, then I'll just forget some topics. So I have some notes down here. So when I'm looking down, I'm looking at my notes. Now let me show you guys. So here's the propellant. If you guys haven't seen the video yet, this is how the propellant grain ended up. Kind of a spoiler. Promise me that you'll go and watch that video. You can see some of the patchwork on the finisil side, but that's the grain. And I actually don't have pictures in here because I didn't know if I was going to be able to post the video today of the propellant. So I didn't want to spoil the propellant video and show the cracks. But there's some very small hairline cracks at the forward end, other side of the finisil. It's kind of hard to index what's the forward and what's the back of the propellant. But there's some cracks, some very small hairline cracks. What I haven't mentioned in the video is those cracks, I think, came from the PVC deforming when it got hot, because that was in the video. And once the PVC was deformed, it got a little larger or smaller. And then when the PVC got larger, then when trying to hit it out, obviously it cracked some of the propellant. I didn't add that in the video because I wasn't 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. After taking out the actual corn rod and feeling the corn rod PVC, it's kind of wavy. Nothing crazy, but it is a little wavy. I will need to work on that. So I'm not entirely sure that my actual lubricant didn't work because I did the dry film PTEF spray and also petroleum jelly. And I thought that was the issue, but I don't think that was. I think it's the actual corn rod warping and deforming, which then made it hard to get out of the hole. So yeah, I didn't have that in the video, but that's what I'm pretty sure was the issue. Right here, I just have some propellant info. I'm assuming everyone in here knows about it, but it's KNSB, which is potassium nitrate and sorbitol. It's 2 feet long, 61 centimeters, at 3 inches in diameter, or 7.6 centimeters, and 8.8 pounds total, 4 kilograms. It's a little actually less than 8.8 pounds. The open motor the open motor said that it would be around 8.8 pounds, their estimate, which it's always impossible not to get any air bubbles in there. So there's some air bubbles. So we're a little bit below 8.8 pounds. I think we're like 97% of 8.8 pounds, which is honestly way better than I thought for the first time. Yeah, right here I actually have, we're in 97% of the targeted mass. So we have a little bit less than 8.8 pounds with some air bubbles, but it's going to be impossible to get 0 air bubbles, but you really want to make sure to minimize it as much as possible. Yeah, so now the propellant cracks. Propellant cracks were not good. I actually kind of already went through this. I'm already going off track. But yeah, the coring rod was very hard to remove. I'm going to need to fix and figure out a whole new casting technique. This casting technique was really inspired by my SN series casting technique. But as you can see right there, I got to sing in the mic, I forget. There's SN5, and then there's MEGAx casing right here. So you can see, even on the shelf, even SN5 on the shelf, MEGAx is still bigger. So it's a crazy huge grain. Actually, right next to it is the actual grain. Well, that's not the actual propellant, but that's another liner with the casting hardware on it, just for some background. But so that's pretty much what that is. Why cracking is bad? So cracking is bad because it leads to higher pressure, chamber pressures, because more surface area is shown. And obviously, when more surface area is shown, then there's more area for it to burn. And that's not ideal. That's really not ideal. So I'm a little nervous about this. Yeah. One second. You might not be able to hear me, but let me get up real quick and I can move back over here. Yeah, so here we have Mega or SN5. I'm saying MEGAx too much. And then there it is to MEGAx. It's the camera doesn't know where to focus right now. It's focusing on me, but that's pretty crazy. MEGAx is huge. So yeah, MEGAx is crazy big. Yeah, it has 8.8 pounds of propellant. SN3, which is the largest one in the middle, had the most propellant, and that was at 1.4 pounds. A little, yeah, I remember it being a little less than 1.5 pounds, which is crazy because MEGAx has 8.8 pounds and it's huge. Which honestly, looking at the open motor statistics saying it would only do 500 pounds, who knows? Maybe it might do more. I assume it won't, but that's crazy to think it's only going to do 500 pounds. I know only 500 is funny, but um, yeah, so SN5 did around 100 pounds of thrust, and you could see how much bigger MEGAx is. So we'll see exactly how much thrust MEGAx does, because simulations are great, but what's even greater is actually testing the hardware. Get a drink of water. So yeah, make sure to answer questions. Originally, I was thinking about just having questions be at the end, but just ask questions. We can interact in the chat. Um, okay, so let's get back on track. So yeah, why cracks are bad is higher pressure, and also chunks of propellant can break off, and then if they're too big, then they block the nozzle, and then when they block the nozzle, then the rocket motor sort of turns into the B word, which I'm not going to say, BOO or BOMB, um, which is not good. I'm not going to say it on YouTube because a lot of my videos have been being restricted in other countries, mostly South Korea. I guess they're not big fans of rockets, but whatever. But yeah, so these cracks, if a big enough chunk comes off, they will block the throat of the nozzle, and then if the throat of the nozzle's blocked, there's nowhere for pressure to release, and then you can kind of assume what happens next. So what I'm going to do, so I just did some calculations yesterday, which I'll get back to. I don't want to talk about that right now. But when we get down to here, here's the actual throat of MEGAx, the nozzle segment. As you can see to the left, that's the normal throat. It's 0.85 inches or 2.2 centimeters. You can see a very short throat. Well, it's not too short, but a shorter throat than on the right. And now that geometry right there, the darker gray, for anyone who doesn't know, because I'm over-explaining just in case someone's new here, I want everyone to be on the same page. The darker gray is a graphite insert, which I don't think will ever be actually adhered to the lighter gray, which is 6061 aluminum. I don't want to have it adhered because I have a feeling I really can't find really high quality graphite affordably and being able to be machined. So I'm going with a little bit lower grade graphite, which is pretty. It's not even that expensive, but the good stuff is very expensive. So I'm assuming this insert won't hold up too well for multiple static fires, but enough where I can fire it and take the insert out and put a new insert in, or maybe fire it twice. The insert, I think I was quoted at, this was a bit ago. I think the insert was about $30, which relatively speaking is pretty cheap for this rocket. So inserts are $30. Yeah, so I did some pretty crude open motor recalculations for this live stream yesterday. I'll get to that in a minute. That's actually my next thing that I'm going to talk about. But yeah, here to the right, you can see I opened up the throat. A disadvantage of this is it makes the throat length way longer. And actually, wait, let me pull this all the way up. So let me know if you guys can see this. So the throat diameter is here to here. For anyone who doesn't know, I assume most of you guys know. So throat diameter is here to here. And then the throat length is the straight part. So it's easier to show on this because this one's way larger, here to here. So a downside of making the throat wider, which here you can see it's 0.94, is that I need to make the throat longer, because if I were not to make it longer, then the diverging angle wouldn't line up with this aluminum. And realistically, I don't want to change this whole nozzle for the issues of this casting propellant, because I'm going to eventually use this nozzle with this insert, because I'm hopefully soon going to have a propellant that actually works. So I didn't want to make a whole new nozzle just for this issue. I wanted to just get two nozzle inserts, because the nozzle actual aluminum part is pretty expensive and it takes a long time to machine. Well, I don't machine it, but it takes a long time for someone else to machine, and also it's expensive. So that's what I'm going to do. Well, I say this right now, but who even knows if this actual nozzle survives the first static fire, which I assume it will. I hope it does. I've been planning for it to work. So that's why the throat's very long. Like, that's very long for this size motor. It actually doesn't affect the performance too much, which is interesting with open motor. We'll get to the open motor data in a second. I actually don't have crazy data, but I have some percentages. So yeah, so I'm not 100% sure yet what I'm going to do, but if I were to open up the throat, I would do something right here, at this right one. Now, moving on to, let's just make sure I have I'm getting every point. Yeah, so also I want to say I have 8 radial bolts right now, and the radial bolts is pretty much what attaches the nozzle to the casing. I have 8 radial bolts right now. I just did a calculation yesterday, very crude calculation, not perfect, but it should be pretty good. So the actual tear out, which one of the worst things with rockets, which actually happened to SN3, I can show you in a second, but let me pull this up. You can kind of see right here. So one of the worst thing is you can see the actual Sorry, so you can see that those are the radial bolt holes on each side, is that they actually rip out of the casing. And that's really bad because then you can't reuse your rocket motor and it ruins the rocket motor. Let me show you guys one second. This is actually coming really in handy that it's all very close. So this is what happened to SN3. Let's get it up here. Hopefully it focuses. If it doesn't, then you can still see it. Um, maybe if I actually if I bring it back here, so you can see those radial bolts. Pretty much the nozzle ripped out. See how it's pretty. This side it's a little bent, but it didn't fully. So the reason I did that is because it removes a lot of mass having the nozzle very small. If I were to have this nozzle longer, so then the radial bolt holes could be lower, then this is a fully stainless steel nozzle, so this is heavy. Yeah, so as I was saying, that's probably one of the worst things that could happen is the radial bolts. Well, probably not the worst thing, sorry. Maybe the case bursting is bad, but overall for the actual rocket motor's health, it's not good. So I may add more radial bolts, but I might not because I just did a calculation and the actual tear out pressure, so the internal chamber pressure of the rocket motor would need to be around 4,000 psi to actually pull it out, pull the bolts out from the casing. This casing is really thick. It's 1/8 of an inch, which isn't too much. I mean, but it's thick. I'm not gonna grab it, but it's a thick casing compared to the SN series. So I don't think I'm going to add more radial bolts. And here, actually, right here. Yeah, so the open motor new simulation with the larger throat. Let me see, I can get a picture up to it. So the for the larger throat is only 5% reduction in specific impulse, 5% reduction in total impulse, and a 20% reduction in pressure. I'm very confused with this. I didn't know it would be such little effects on total impulse, specific impulse, and also the thrust is around a 5% reduction. So I'm very confused about this. My open motor simulation is pretty good, so I'm not. I mean, I guess I'll believe it, but I guess we'll see when we test this. So what's next? Or any questions? Maybe we can get some questions. If you guys have any questions or statements. What's going on here? Oh. I keep on forgetting that this over here is my iPad. I can't just, I gotta move my cursor over to it. I can't just move it with the thing. Yeah, so I'll definitely do better open motor calculations, even though there's not really much I could change. I just opened up the throat and extended the throat, so it would work. Okay, so we can move on to what's next. Let me get here. So the test stand is next. Here's a little video of it. The CAD. It is going to be made from 4040 T-slot extrusion. If you don't know what 4040 T-slot is, it's what you're seeing in the video. And it's 40 millimeters by 40 millimeters. It's a pretty good material. It's like Legos for engineers pretty much because I can move stuff around. You can see some brackets on it. If I pull up the video, you can see the corner brackets. Those just screw in with bolts. I don't have the bolts and everything actually on this video, but those brackets, I can pretty much, if I want to make the test stand smaller, I can make it smaller. If I want to make it bigger, then I can make a plate where I can connect two of the smaller T-slot extrusions. So it's pretty cool. And now some more specifications. It's gonna be around 2.5 feet tall, 76 centimeters, and 1.7 feet wide at 52 centimeters. So it's gonna be a big test stand. I was gonna make it out of wood like my SN series test stand, but this is more adaptable and upgradable in time. So now load cell adapter. So this is the load cell adapter, as you can see. I had something very similar. I wish I still had it. I just had it on my desk, but I moved it. The load cell adapter is what grabs all the force from the actual rocket motor and pushes it down on the load cell. So I can get this arrow right here. So the load cell's right here. The load cell adapter's right here. Then the load cell's right here. And then what did I call it? The adapter plate. So this is the adapter plate too. This is something new that I haven't done yet. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. But yeah, so this load cell adapter pretty much allows the thrust from the motor to go through into the load cell. Also, there'll be a pressure transducer sticking out under here. It's not in there, but pressure transducer sticking out right here. So if we didn't have the load cell adapter, the pressure transducer would be the closest thing touching onto the load cell, and then with the thrust would probably just snap. What happened to the membership thing? Well, that's a little bit of a heated topic. So YouTube thinks I reuse people's content, and they have kicked me out of the YouTube Partners program, which YouTube Partners program is how you can monetize your channel and actually make money on it. And for my case, I put the money towards my projects. And they kicked me out of it for 90 days, and I can reapply if they believe that I've made the changes to my channel. I've talked to them a lot because they think my videos are reused, and I tell them my video is not reused. I literally film it. So they made me post an unlisted video to send them of showing my setups and everything, which I did, and they still didn't believe it. I don't know if they think I'm AI or what's going on, but they don't think that I film my own videos. And I kind of just gave up emailing them because they said they're closing my case and they're not going to be responding to any more emails about it, which is terrible. But I guess if YouTube wants to do that, then YouTube could do that. I don't even know what to change for my channel for when the 90 days are done. I think it's actually December 15th is when I can reapply because I'm kicked out of I'm not just suspended from the program for 90 days. I'm actually kicked out of the program and I cannot reapply for 90 days. So I'm not sure what to do. I'm hoping maybe to start a Patreon because I hope you guys liked those bi-weekly update videos. I definitely liked filming them because I only post maybe once every other month. So it's good to have videos out, just short videos to let you know what I'm doing because I'm always working on this. It's just I can't post videos all the time. So that's the problem with the membership thing. It also sucks is because I'm really working to get money because you guys, if you guys don't have YouTube Premium, you guys are watching ads in the beginning of my videos. And I don't get that money because I'm not part of the YouTube Partners program. YouTube takes that money. And I would like to at least keep that money of the ads on my video so that I can put this towards the rockets. But I guess it is what it is. So moving on. Oh, here's actually a cool cross section. I forgot I had this in here. So this is the cross section of what we were just looking at. If I put, where's the arrow? Okay, so here's the arrow. Here's my trusty arrow. So right here, that's the hole for the 1/8 inch. I think it's still 1/8, or I think it's a 1/4 inch MPT thread pressure transducer. This will be threaded down maybe till halfway. I don't have it in the actual CAD simulation because it really doesn't matter. But pressure transducers will be here down to here. And then this dark black, you can only see one strut of it. There is, oh, where am I going? Yeah, so you can see that there's 3 struts actually, but you can only see one strut here. And this feeds all the thrust into the load cell, which is right here, which I'm using a circular load cell, not like an S load cell. And then here's the adapter plate, which will then move the load cell and mount that onto the actual T-slot extrusion, 4040 T-slot extrusion, which I haven't totally figured out how I'm going to mount this plate onto the T-slot extrusion yet. I haven't looked too much into it, but I want to make sure I don't like glue it or do anything crazy like that because I don't want to. I want it to be movable, which I'll probably just end up moving on to that, I guess. We will, yeah, so this is another view. We kind of already got that view. Yeah, so here's the adapter plate. Right now, this model that I made with the adapter plate was probably made like I don't know, 3-ish months ago. So I have just two bolts going down through it, which that's probably what I will do. And just have a insert. They're hard to explain. I don't know. I honestly don't know too much about 4040 T-slot extrusion because I've never actually used it. But this little thing, threaded nut that I can slide within the tracks into, screw down that plate. So that's what it's looking like. This is pretty much the future plan. This is next videos. Um, this is what next video will be, building the actual test stand. On the test stand, currently I'm sourcing parts. The T-slot extrusion, like on Amazon or any US based company, is crazy expensive. So expensive. So I'm looking at buying it from somewhere in China. Um, it's way cheaper, but the shipping is very expensive, but it still works out to be way cheaper. Like the shipping's about like $150, but the actual T-slot extrusion's only like $20 or $30. So they get you kind of back with the shipping, but overall it's still way cheaper than if I were to buy it on Amazon. And I also need 2.5-inch segments of it, or 2.5 feet segments on AliExpress. Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking at. I'm messaging people right now. I think right now, actually, all the T slot is gonna cost around $50, and then shipping's like 150. So after fees and import fees and everything, I think it's about 250 bucks, which is quite expensive. But this stuff is used wherever. Free shipping. I will need to mention that to them because they quoted me for like $150 for shipping, which is pretty expensive. But at the same time, all this actual aluminum, I think total was, I think it's like 20 pounds, which is very heavy for shipping. Also, we got 10 people in the stream, which is the most we had. If you haven't liked the stream, make sure to like it. Helps boost the algorithm and get people in here. Oh, actually, we have 10 likes and 10 viewers. I didn't have my page refreshed. So yeah, that's what's next. That's what's next video. I'm hoping to get this T-slot extrusion by maybe 2 weeks, hopefully. Have it ordered within a week, and then it'll take probably like 4 or 5 days to come. No, they don't. All the hardware stores around me, at least. I have been looking for people around me because I'd much rather pick it up and buy it, which is something great with, not this way, with the actual casing for MEGAx. I was actually able to source that from a local metal shop. It's not just local to where I live. They have it's US Metals or something. But that's really good. I don't gotta pay shipping, and I can just pick it up. So I really want to just source it locally, but it's in China. It's just way cheaper. Yeah, and then the test stand. I also want to show a few more things about the test stand. I don't know if I should show the video or, yeah, maybe I could show this. So let me get my arrow up here. So to actually hold this motor, I'm using 8 threaded rods, one here, one here, one here, one here, on every face of the actual square, if you want to call it. 4 on top, four below. I did kind of steal this from BPS Space. I thought it was a really good idea. He only used like 2 or 4 of them, which I guess is acceptable, but I'm using 8. I just really don't want this thing. Like if this thing tips over somehow, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad. More about the test stand. In the future, I want to have thermocouples, which are just like thermometers to take temperatures inside the rocket motor and maybe on the outside, and then that will feed to the Arduino. I also want to mount cameras onto this test stand someday because it's very hard to index video with the data because the video is just taken from a camera and then the data's on the Arduino, filed on the Arduino. So I want to get one camera that just allows, that films on top of the data to the Arduino so I can perfectly index that video. I've gotten it really close with the beeps because I have my Arduino do a beep when it's armed. And then my cameras, you can hear the beep and that. But I just really want to have more cameras. Maybe not really high resolution cameras. Maybe like an FPV camera. I can actually. I'll be back. I used to fly FPV drones a bunch, so I have a bunch of them. But like just a camera like this. This is actually an HD camera. This is a Shark Bite. Um, I love flying these drones. I just haven't had any time, and also the batteries degraded and they're very expensive. Yeah, so just a camera like this. Just a small camera on there. I can honestly take this camera out. It just unplugs. I got the Mr. Steel props on it. If anyone watches any FPV content, but yes, this is three of them. I built all these. I have a bunch more. Let me know if you guys want to see any more like FPV stuff or any of that other stuff. Maybe I could start a second channel where I just post anything. Um, nice video today. Yeah, thank you. Let's check actually how it's doing. It's doing pretty good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. It was a lot of work, like a lot of work, like weeks of editing. I think the whole process of casting propellant to editing to filming was about a month and a half. And that doesn't even count designing the hardware, the casting hardware, and thinking how to actually do it. But I'm glad you guys are liking it. The video's kind of dying out right now for some reason. 300 views. I don't think YouTube likes me anymore, honestly. I don't think they like me. So just check this real quick. Yeah, so I don't think YouTube likes me. I tried. Yeah, FPV drones are very hard to fly. At least starting out. Once you start, it's like riding a bike. Once you do it, then you can't forget it. It's pretty simple. But yeah, learning how to fly FPV is hard. It's very, very difficult because there's no active stabilization. I have a DJI drone in there, which is active stabilization, GPS, so it stays when you let off the sticks. FPV drone, pretty much, if you let off the sticks, it's just going to keep on going wherever the sticks were. So it's very tough. Very tough. Yeah, YouTube did probably YouTube nerfed me, even though they did tell me that what all these things that happened with kicking me off the YouTube Partners program will not affect my channel views, but I guess we'll see. Well, I'm glad. Well, welcome to the channel. I guess you have a lot of videos to watch, because you got a lot of videos to watch, but I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, rebuilding them, like I know these drones like inside and out. Yeah, you got to know everything about them because they will break. You can't not crash them. If you're not crashing them, then you're not flying good enough because you do want to kind of crash. Yeah, I actually have some. I could probably show you guys some videos. If you guys are, because this is that's pretty much my agenda on the actual MEGAx size, the MEGAx side of the technical update. I do have what's after that, which is what's after the actual test stand, is ordering the MEGAx parts, assembling MEGAx, and then static fire. As you saw on the thumbnail, I have MEGAx is actually like a progress bar with the green. We're about 60% there, I'd say. About 60% there. We're not within time, but within actual hardware and having everything. I think like within time, I think we're hopefully like 75% there because casting the grain is very labor intensive, and actually designing the rocket's very labor intensive. Other than that, I just got to order parts. The test stand will take me a weekend to assemble, not even. The coding for the new Arduino is going to be tough. I'm not great at coding. Um, but I do have a Google form in my community tab where if you want to help out with these projects and if you have any, if you want to help out and be part of Air Propulsions, I'm probably going to have shout outs at the end of the video and thanking for helping. But if you want to be part of Air Propulsions, you can go down. It's probably a bit down. Let me check real quick. The link on how the post collapsed, you can't see the link right away. But if you go down, it's before when I posted the picture of the casting of the propellant. It's actually pretty far down there. It was from 3 weeks ago. Fill out the Google form if you want to be part of this. I think I have. Let me see if I can response. I got 6 responses right now. I'm probably gonna start like a Discord or some type of like group chat so I can talk to people. ChatGPT code. I could do that. ChatGPT is pretty good at coding. Um, yeah, I could have ChatGPT help me out. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I have for the MEGAx side. If you want to ask any questions, I know you guys have been, but just let me know. I'm going over here. If you want to see anything, FPV footage, drones, behind the scenes on, well, I don't know if I have too much behind the scenes, but yeah, for this propellant casting video, I filmed about 4 hours of footage, which is crazy, which is really crazy. And I need to condense that down. I think the video was what, 13 minutes or 12 minutes? Something like that. But well, I mean, you could still, Dan, you could still fill out the Google form, because you can still learn. Because I'm not really trying to get people like it's not like a job. You don't need to know much, but you definitely do know something that could help out, even if you're relatively new to this. And maybe if you don't know too much, then you'll learn, and then once you learn, then maybe you're better than everyone else at it. Who knows? Um, so let's go check out workshop tour. Um, Let me think about that because this is actually my room. My workshop's over on the other side of my house, and right now I'm filming with the FX30. I'm trying to think. Could I give me 1 minute? It's also a mess, so if I can do it, don't judge because I just got finished with doing a big video, so I haven't cleaned everything up yet. Um, Video capture device. This may not work, but let me see if I can transfer this over. Oh, it may work actually. Okay. Well, my other camera's disconnected. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Oh boy, this isn't good. What did I do? Oh, it's back. Okay. Um, let me just go. Let me give it 1 minute. 1 minute of work if I can do this. I'm broadcasting on OBS Studios, so I can do all these overlays and have the FX30 as my camera. I could just live stream off my phone, but it's difficult. So iPhone. This is gonna disconnect my this. I don't know why it's not going. Because this is my thing, which looks terrible. This view looks terrible compared to this view. Um, Let me try it one more time. Yeah. Use kind of. Oh, it says I need to disconnect my sidecar. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is gonna work. I'm sorry. But at least. Oh, is my? Can you guys hear me? Is my face is frozen? Let me fix something real quick. Okay. Well, this isn't great. This isn't great. Let me just got to do some on the fly OBS stuff. Video capture device. Okay. Okay. Am I back? I think I'm back. I think I'm back. What's pretty funny is I was just playing around with this OBS. I Okay, maybe you guys can hear me now. I have the test site. This is through my MacBook's microphone, so it doesn't look that good, or doesn't sound that good. Here's the overlays and everything for the actual static fires, which is funny. But I hope you guys can hear me better now. Flea's back. What's going on over here? Well, I'm not updated on the live. Yeah, but maybe I can do a video in the future of a workshop, my little workshop area. Once I clean it up after the video. I'm trying to see if maybe I can. Also, if there's anything you guys want to see, because I'm off of the script, there's nothing else. Nothing else on my script that I was planning on going over. If you guys want to see anything, let me know right now. I'm trying to see if maybe I can. Um, what was I gonna? If I can show anything, let's see on. Um, I'm just checking on. I do have a second channel, which I do post a little bit of FPV stuff. It's an old channel, about 900 subscribers on it, which I kind of don't want to show it or give it up because then there's some videos of I can dox me and give away my location. And also, there's videos of me that are very young on it. So I don't know if I want to, but I have some FPV footage on here if you guys wanted to see any FPV footage. SN stands for serial number. I got it from the SpaceX Starship naming, which let me grab something real quick. I'm just like showing you guys everything. This is Starship. This is not created by me. And they call it by serial numbers. So SN1, SN2, SN3. They've kind of pushed away from a little bit. Now they're calling like Ship 3 or Ship 33 Booster 7. That's actually the one that I saw fly. Ship 30 or no, Booster Ship 33 and Booster 17. This is a flamethrower. Well, as much as a flamethrower than as you think. But yeah, this is Starship. This is where I got the SN idea from. But if you guys want to see anything else, I got some FPV footage I could possibly show. It's up to you guys. I actually do. I do also have an FPV TikTok. Let me see. Can I go here? Oh, what is it even called? Found it. If you guys want to see some, oh, that's not supposed to happen. It's just my TikTok. Could show off some FPV stuff. Comment any questions if you guys have any questions or anything. It's just all these channels give away and they dox me. Yeah, FPV flying is really fun. I used to do that a lot. I don't do it too often anymore, but yeah. Maybe let's see. How can I even do this? This is really gonna test my OBS skills. So let's go like this. Then we can go here. We can do Mac OS screen capture. Oh, you know what I could do? Actually, I can go here, scene 3. Let me make I'm gonna bring you guys there, but we're gonna bring you guys back. Studio mode. Okay, so hopefully this is all new stuff, but hopefully this is still on the scene. You guys can still see me when I'm working on a different scene. So Mac OS screen capture. Okay. Oh boy. What does this mean? Okay. Maybe I can show you guys some cool, interesting videos if you want to see them. LDRS. I'm not entirely sure what that is. LDRS. Should I know what this is? Did I? Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I don't know. Please elaborate on that. I'm trying to figure out how to show this video. Okay. It may be a little trippy because on how the thing is. Let's move over to scene 3. So transition. Back real quick. Okay, what's going on here? What's going on? Yes, remove this. Ever go to where is that? Large dangerous rocket ships. I mean, I've been to Starbase twice. Maybe we can consider that as large dangerous rocket ships. Maybe it's pretty dangerous. But yeah, I've been to Starbase twice. The first time I was not able to see a launch, but the second time I was able to see a launch, which is pretty cool. I saw Flight 11, which is crazy that I saw Flight 7. It's crazy that Flight 11 is just in a few days on Monday. It's going to be cool. V3 Starship's going to be really cool once we see that come out. But I'm very excited for that flight. Yeah, so if anyone's new in here, I just went over everything about MEGAx. Maybe I can, yes, I could do this real quick. I can actually show you guys my notes. I just went over everything with MEGAx, and I don't feel like going over it again. Oh, that happens. That does happen all the time when I do that. Let's pull this here. Maybe I can just have like a little notes on. There we go. This is everything I went through. This is the notes I made the other day. Well, this morning I made these notes. But if you're new in here, you can read up on that. Oh, oh, that's pretty cool. So it's Indiana. That's not too far. Well, is it just like a group where everyone comes together and flies their rockets? That's pretty cool. Large dangerous rocket ships. Large dangerous rocket ships. Oh yeah, I see it. Oh, that's pretty cool. There's a lot of rockets there. Indiana. Yeah, a little far, but could probably make it. When is it? When is it? Obviously, probably somewhere in the summer, but when in the summer? Um, got this. Thank you for all the likes on the live stream. We got 15 likes, which is pretty good. We had 15 different people in here today. I want to start live streaming more. Let me know if I should. But I don't know what to live stream because after I'm done with what I want to say, it's kind of like this and just nothingness. See how the video's doing? Not too well. The thumbnail isn't doing great for some reason. I thought the thumbnail was pretty cool, but I don't know what to change the thumbnail to do better. I'm not too great at thumbnails. Yeah, if you're new in here, I know we're losing viewers, but maybe there's some new ones in here. Over here, this way, which is very difficult. This way, right there, is what I just talked about with MEGAx. That's everything that I wanted to show. And that's where we're at. MEGAx is right there. It's hard to point because if I point towards the actual thing, it's actually away because it's inverted this screen, which is funny. Let's see. Yeah, so honestly, I don't have too much more. I can stick around for a few more minutes. If you guys have any questions, then I can stick around even longer. I'm trying to share. Let me see exactly. 10-hour drive. I'm thinking maybe. Well, I don't want to say it yet, but I think maybe the same amount. Um, I'll just plop a. Actually, it's not even that bad. 6.5 from me. So you guys get a radius of 6.5 hour drives where I live. But where does your main audience come from? Well, I can actually look at that real quick. Are you just like talking about the analytic side of? Go here into analytics, content, or audience. Actually, this whole thing. Where are we? Down here. Around the last 28 days. This is only the last 28 days, which isn't too great because I haven't posted too much in the last. But yearly, yeah, about mostly is the U.S. Lifetime. Yeah, so it's U.S. and then India, Germany, UK, Canada, Australia, France, Russia, Poland, Philippines, Netherlands, Brazil, Indonesia, South Africa, Italy, Spain, Sweden, Thailand, Mexico, Ukraine, Turkey, South Korea, which a lot of my videos are getting actually not banned, but like muted in South Korea or whatever you want to call it, censored. That's probably the best term. And yeah, so 88% male, and the highest percentage, well, highest percentage is 20. So it's kind of like a bell curve, but 25 to 34, and then 65 plus is 27%, 33% is 25 to 34. And then 13, I don't know how true this is. Oh, that's within 28 days too. So if I go to lifetime, okay, yeah, it changes a lot. 1% 13 to 17, 14% 18 to 24, 27% 25 to 34 years old. So it's a pretty even bell curve. Maybe I'll keep that on the screen, but I have a few more minutes if you guys want to hear anything or be shown anything. Hopefully I'm actually on spring break, or not spring break, what am I saying? Fall break. So I don't have classes Monday or Tuesday, so that's gonna pushed me ahead. So hopefully, maybe I can order the parts for actual MEGAx. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll figure that out. Uh, oh, what time is it? Well, it's 6:16 p.m. here. I know if you're in Europe, it's pretty late or very early in the morning. Late. Um, yeah. So I was thinking about that, but actually, when you go to my community tab, I did a poll and I had 32 votes, and 9% got 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., 16% got 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., 56% got 5 to 8 p.m., 20% got 9 to 11 p.m., that's why I've been kind of doing it at around 5 to 8 p.m. I started at 5:15 to give a little bit of a gap. But that's when most people said they would be active, which maybe it's a Friday, so who knows. Yeah, I think I'm going to head out. We don't have any last minute questions. It's been an hour, a good hour. But if you guys don't have any questions, then I think I'm going to head out. Oh, yeah, 12 p.m. Yeah, oh, yeah, 12-minute difference. I was actually in Greece for, what did I say, 6 hours? I don't even know what I'm saying. It's been a long day. I've been up since like 2 a.m. last night working on this video, finalizing the stuff for the sponsorship. All right, well, I'll see you. See you next stream. Oh, you did? Oh, great. Honestly, oh, you just did. Okay. I thought you said maybe you have, and um I haven't even looked at the Google Forms yet. I just have looked at them real quick because I'm not entirely ready to actually have the team. I still got to figure out how to like somewhat manage a team. So, I'm thinking about a Discord, honestly. Probably a Discord. Um where I can have everyone in here and I'll just say tasks. If you want to help with this, then you can do that. If you want to help out, then you can and be part of this channel, which is pretty cool. So, all right, then I think I'm gonna head out. I got some comments to review on my channel and reply to on the new video. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I may do another stream building the actual test stand, maybe, but I don't want to spoil it for the video. But I'll probably do a live stream. I could probably do a live stream if you guys want of actually building that test stand, which I'll probably be in a couple weeks. So